In this video, we will talk about complementary transactions. Do you remember the example when your friend asked for the time? You exchanged information from the present. Using our observations about body and voice, we knew that the sender and the receiver were both in their adult ego state. The transaction can be illustrated like this. The sender asked his question from his adult ego state and invited the adult ego state from the receiver. A complementary transaction is when the arrows illustrating sender and receiver are parallel, which means the receiver is answering from the ego state that the stimulus was directed at. Now you have learned about complementary transactions between adult ego states. But there can be complementary transactions between other ego states as well. For example, parent-child transactions. You are late for work. Your team leader is waiting for you and with a harsh tone she says, "You are late again." You respond, "I'm so sorry, it won't happen again." A complementary transaction can happen between child and parent. Like when you bat your eyelashes and ask your partner, "Will you cuddle me?" And she says, "Sure, come on over." Complementary transactions can happen between child ego states as well. For example, when two people are fooling around and having fun. Or from parent to parent, when two neighbors discuss the new hairstyle of the boy next door. "Him again. Look at his hair. Today's youth. Honestly, no respect." Transactional analysis has 3 rules of communications. The first is related to complementary transactions. It is, as long as transactions are parallel, they could go on forever. This may not mean that the transactions are constructive. But from a perspective of communication, there is no interruption, because the conversation partners have agreed on the corresponding ego states. Below the video, you will find a worksheet with transaction diagrams. You are invited to find examples. In the next video, we will talk about cross transactions.